prayer together? We are now in the presence of pure being, immersed in the Holy Spirit of life, love, and wisdom. We acknowledge thy presence and thy power, O blessed Spirit. In thy divine wisdom now, erase our mortal limitations, and from thy pure substance of love, bring into manifestation our world, according to thy perfect law. Protected. I rest securely knowing I'm divinely protected. Protection is more than physical safety. It is the deep assurance that no harm can befall me at the level of spirit. I am guided and sustained by the infinite intelligence and love of spirit. This protection is not fear-based, but faith-based, a deep understanding that no matter what appears in the outer world, the Christ presence within me is enduring spiritual protection. This awareness helps me put the news of the world in proper perspective. As I align my thoughts and feelings with spiritual truth, I feel safe. Affirming divine protection allows me to live boldly, knowing I am not alone. I believe in the prayer of protection, which assures me I am surrounded, open, and protected by the presence and power of God. For he will command the angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Psalm 91:11. God is all, both invisible and visible. One presence, one mind, one power is all. This one is all is perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. I am an individualized expression of God. I am the number one with His perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance.
Which art in heaven, in the music and affirmation. I just invite you now to go within. And in this experience of meditation this morning, I'm inviting us to become very, very present in the blessing of now. That kingdom that we just sang about is here now. So you might want to close your eyes, or you can have them open and gaze at something. And together we call upon the inner willingness. May I become willing to be ever so present. To know that truly I am one. I am one with that which we call God. O Father, Mother God, O Thou of many names, and Thou that of no name. In this now moment, I am willing, open, and receptive to be here, to be present, to receive the blessings that are already at work. And so I let go. I let go my hold or my clinging to any thoughts, any concerns, any loved ones. I know that they are all in the great activity of spirit right here and right now. So I can let go and I can let God be God right here and right now. In the quiet and the silence and the pause of the words, continue to ask myself, be present, be here, be now. This quietness and stillness, I give thanks. I give thanks for the awareness that I am surrounded and I am enfolded by life itself. This great divine energy moves me, that moves us. Causes us to be. We dedicate this now to that greater good for all, including the water, the earth, the air, all living creatures. We dedicate this spiritual quest and awakening that we might all know this power and presence of beloved that we call God. And so it is. And so it is. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
that somebody scheduled me, I said yes to being here on Thanksgiving Sunday. And so that means I'm here for all the goodies too, but this has always been such a treat to be with all of you here at Unity East. My husband Matthew and I went on quite an adventure and trip out west, saw so much family, and we're just so grateful to be home too, and share with our family here, which means our friends. You know, so on Thanksgiving weekend, it can be many things for us, right? We're preparing, we're thinking about who we're going to share with, and for some of us, we may not have biological family in this area, which is true for my husband Matthew and I. But I have come to know, and I'm here with you to continue to know, that our family is everywhere present. That no matter where we are, there are those, there is that which we claim as family. And I want to explore that with you today. You know, when I think about this particular weekend as an American federal holiday, I think about all the stories that we share and the history that we share here on this land. And I know that part of that story includes the colonization of the North American continent. And of course, the way that we continue to reckon with that, right? And the way we continue to go forward together and to claim each other, all as family, all of us, no matter the color of our skin, no matter our heritage. So today I thought it would be wonderful for us to lift up during this, the National Native American Heritage Month, a Haudahsene Thanksgiving address. The Haudahsene are also known as the Iroquois people, and I have 3 readers that are going to come up here to the front. If you'll come up now, we're going to share as a way of blessing, as a way of being together with the first people of this land. And more than that, it's not just the people, as you'll find out in this blessing. Go ahead and stand right up here together. We're going to be with that early wisdom in humanity, whether it was on this continent or another continent, that realizes that all of creation is family. Now maybe a new concept to some of you. We're going to be asked to come together here at the center. But there is a Lakota word, mitakayasu, which means all my relations. And as you hear this address that was formed and was offered years ago in the 90s, when in fact this month was dedicated to as a national month, this was offered as a Thanksgiving address, and this version is by John Stokes, David Benedict, Turtle Clan, Mohawk version. So I just want you to hear that. But this is all courtesy of the Six Nations Indian Museum and the Tracking Project. So as we share it, you're going to hear a line, an affirmative statement. And it's very simple, but it's our way in unity to really ask ourselves to be in affirmative consciousness. We're unity. We just recently had an amazing vote in our unity movement. A vote for oneness, bringing our 2 worldwide organizations together as unity. No longer will we have to say Unity Worldwide Ministries and Unity Headquarters. We'll say unity. So that's a step in our movement also. And so these beautiful words, now our minds are one. Go ahead and just say that with me right now. Affirm it with me. Now our minds are one. So as we hear these blessings, I invite us into a consciousness that we have held up in unity for almost 140 years. We know that we are one with these blessings. We do not beseech to receive these blessings. We do not have an attitude that believes that we are separate from the blessings of that which we call God, which is everywhere present. So as we learn to live in this unity way, in this oneness way, we affirm this. Now
first is the people. Today we have gathered, and we see that the cycles of life continue. We have been given the duty to live in balance and harmony with each other and all living things. So now we bring our minds together as one, as we give greetings and thanks to each other as people.
Now our minds are one.
The Earth Mother. We are all thankful to our Mother, the Earth, for she gives us all that we need for life. She supports and feeds as we walk upon her. It gives us joy that she continues to care for us, as she has from the beginning of time. To our Mother, we send greetings and thanks.
Now our minds are one.
The waters. We give thanks to all the waters of the world for quenching our thirst and providing us with strength. Water is life. We know its power in many forms. Waterfalls and rain, mists and streams, rivers and oceans. With one mind, we send greetings and thanks to the Spirit of water.
Now our minds are one.
The fish. We turn our minds to all the fish life in the water. They were instructed to cleanse and purify the water. They also give themselves to us as food. We are grateful that we can still find pure water. So we turn now to the fish and send our greetings and thanks.
Now our minds are one.
The plants. Now we turn toward the vast fields of plant life. As far as the eye can see, the plants grow, working many wonders. They sustain many life forms. With our minds gathered together, we give thanks and look forward to seeing plant life for many generations to come.
Now our minds are one.
The food plants. With one mind, we turn to honor and thank all the food plants we harvest from the garden. Since the beginning of time, the grains, vegetables, beans, and berries have helped the people survive. Many other living things draw strength from them too. We gather all the plant foods together as one and send them a greeting of thanks. Now our minds are one. The medicine herbs. Now we turn to all the medicine herbs of the world. From the beginning, we were instructed to take away sickness. They are always waiting and ready to heal us. We are happy there are still among us those special few who remember how to use these plants for healing. With one mind, we send greetings and thanks to the medicines and the keepers of the medicines. Now our minds are one. The animals. We gather our minds together to send greetings and thanks to all the animal life in the world. They have many things to teach us as people. We are honored by them when they give up their lives so that we may use their bodies as food for our people. We see them near our homes and in the deep forests. We are glad they are still here, and we hope that it will always be so. Now
our minds are one.
The trees. We now turn our thoughts to the trees. The earth has many families of trees who have their own instructions and uses. Some provide us with shelter and shade, others with fruit, beauty, and other useful things. Many people of the world use a tree as a symbol of peace and strength. With one mind, we greet and thank the tree life. Now our minds are one. The birds. We put our minds together as one and thank all the birds who move and fly about over our heads. The Creator gave them the beautiful songs. Each day they remind us to enjoy and appreciate life. The eagle was chosen to be their leader. To all the birds, from the smallest to the largest, we send our joyful greetings and thanks. Now our minds are one. The four winds. We are all thankful to the powers we know as the four winds. We hear their voices in the moving air as they refresh us and purify the air we breathe. They help us to bring the change of seasons. From the four directions they come, bringing us messages and giving us strength. With one mind, we send our greetings and thanks to the four winds. Now our minds are one.
The thunderers. Now we turn to the west, where our grandfathers, the thunder beings, live. With lightning and thundering voices, they bring with them the water that renews life. We are thankful that they keep those evil things made by oaks, whistles, underground. We bring our minds together as one to send greetings and thanks to our grandfathers, the thunderers. Now our minds are one. The sun. We now send greetings and thanks to our eldest brother, the sun. Each day, without fail, he travels the sky from east to west, bringing the light of a new day. He is the source of all the fires of life. With one mind, we send greetings and thanks to our brother, the sun. Now our minds are one. Grandmother Moon. We put our minds together to give thanks to our oldest grandmother, the moon, who lights the nighttime sky. She is the leader of women all over the world, and she governs the movement of the ocean tides. By her changing face, we measure time, and it's the moon who watches over the arrival of children here on earth. With one mind, we send greetings and thanks to our grandmother, the moon.
Now our minds are one.
The stars. We give thanks to the stars who are spread across the sky like jewelry. We see them in the night, helping the moon to light the darkness and bringing dew to the gardens and growing things. When we travel at night, they guide us home. With our minds gathered together as one, we send greetings and thanks to the stars. Now our minds are one. The enlightened teachers. We gather our minds to greet and thank the enlightened teachers who have come to help throughout the ages. When we forget how to live in harmony, they remind us of the way we were instructed to live as people. With one mind, we send greetings and thanks to these caring teachers. Now our minds are one. The Creator. Now we turn our thoughts to the Creator, or Great Spirit, and send greetings and thanks for all the gifts of creation. Everything we need to live a good life is here on this Mother Earth. For all the love that's still around us, we gather our minds together as one and send our choicest words of greeting and thanks to the Creator. Now our minds are one.
And the closing words. We have now arrived at the place where we end our words. Of all the things that we have named, it was not our intention to leave anything out. If something was forgotten, we leave it to each individual to send out such greetings and thanks in their own way. Now our minds are one. In this way, I want to emphasize today as we explore what it means to share in gratitude and appreciation. I want to emphasize that this way, this practice that was done for thousands of years before recorded history is a way of being, and it is a way that we might be wise to entertain in our own way. So often people will ask me, will you leave the blessing for a meal? Will you give the blessing for a meal? And I'll say yes, and this is the way I would like for us to be about this. I would like for us to receive the blessing. Now, isn't that a different orientation? It is one thing to have been raised as the humans in a very human-centric life, and we are, and we're very important in creation. In fact, Robin Kimmerer, some of you maybe are familiar with her writings. She is now the author of several books, and she is a scientist. She is actually a First Nation person, part of a tribe, registered part of a tribe. And she's a professor. She's done some amazing work in the academic setting to help us understand that humans are very important here. And we want to remember this and not devalue ourselves just because we've been known to make quite a mess of the earth. Have we not? Okay. But we also are, in our own way, the little brothers and little sisters. We are the youngest and the most immature, therefore, in all of the creative history that we know about and study, right? We are even in the ancient creation stories, the humans come last. So we are the little brothers and we are the little sisters. But in Robin Kimmerer's work, and some of it is outlined in the book Braiding Sweetgrass, she is able to talk about some of the scientific studies of going to some of the ancient sites that are still in the awareness of the humans of sweetgrass, and how instrumental that the humans showing up and actually harvesting some, not all, help spur the growth of that. And without the humans actually there utilizing that, the seeds would go underground. It wouldn't be that they're gone, but it would be almost as though a period of time, a chapter, where they would disappear. And Thomas Berry, who also known as a geologian, an amazing minister and author, he is the one that said that in our time of mass extinction of species, we want to work and remember that every single species, whether it be an insect or a blade of grass, has wisdom. It's like medicine for us, right? So we want to receive their blessing. We want to value their blessing. They are part of a great family of creation. Here's what Robin Kimmerer has to say. The land loves us. It loves us with beans and tomatoes, with roasting ears and blackberries and birdsong, by a shower of gifts and a heavy rain of lessons. She provides for us and teaches us to provide for ourselves. That's what good mothers do, right? Fathers do. A healthy relationship, Kimmerer says, requires a belief that you are worthy of love and can be a benefit to your beloved. Knowing that you love the earth changes you. It activates you to defend and protect and to celebrate. But when you feel, when you know that the earth loves you in return, the feeling transforms the relationship from a one-way street to a sacred bond. And friends, this is our era. This is our time. We are here. The universe did not make a mistake. That which we call the great creative force, often called God or Allah, Jehovah, did not make a mistake. We're here. We are valued by all of creation. And no matter where we're at in our path, no matter what's going on for us right now, we are essential. And our understanding of our placement or part in the great family of creation it is essential that we begin to understand this more and more. I'm sad to hear some of the stories about those that are so beaten up by life that they really don't believe there's anything to be grateful for. And you can do the doom's routine and turn on your phone or the news first thing in the morning, and by 8:10 you feel that there's not a whole lot to be grateful for. So we've got to turn to another channel. We've got to literally get ourselves to see that we are receiving every single moment. And that's the difference in that Thanksgiving address than what we often do as humans around our Thanksgiving table. We count our blessings, our family, our home, our jobs, our finances. But we often forget to receive the blessing. To receive. To be able to realize, wow, there's sun coming in today. Isn't this magical, this fall that we're going through? It's so beautiful. There are trees that are right out these windows, for those of you that watch online, and I can see that the breezes are moving them. It's such a beauty for our eyes to just receive it. To be able to go out and eat together and to look at what the earth is giving us. To literally look at it and receive it, a gift being given to us. What a beautiful way to live. It may not always seem like an easy thing to do, right? Go into a hospital setting, for instance, to see somebody and visit somebody, or perhaps you've been in the hospital, been in a doctor's office this week. It may sometimes not seem so easy to receive the blessing. But this practice of receiving is literally the forerunner consciousness that allows for gratitude. So we want to practice it while we're up and mobile and getting up in the morning, so that when we are in those places that are very difficult for us to feel grateful, that we will have been in alignment with the very design of our being. So let's explore that for a moment. I want us to realize that there is a consciousness that is underneath gratitude. Gratitude is a great practice. You can adopt that practice and you can act grateful even when you don't feel it. Have you ever done that before? Yeah, we're unity people. We understand getting into a positive space in our consciousness and being responsible for our mind. Our mind is one with what we call God mind. It is an infinite creative intelligence, and it is unfailing, and we want to be in alignment with that. So I want us to think about what is a consciousness that leads to the thought of gratitude. What's the consciousness that is happening before we ever even get to those words? And it occurred to me as I thought about something, a dream actually recently. The child in a womb, before it is ever able to speak, is receiving, is it not? That is our design. Before it ever has been told the word thank you, or has the ability to articulate a thank you, it has been in this relationship with all that is, all of creation, and it is receiving. And it is the very design of us to receive. It is the essence of being in a flow of appreciation. And what we appreciate, what we receive in our hearts, fully and wholly appreciates. It multiplies. I'm sure you've heard that statement before. What we appreciate, appreciates. I heard a story about this consciousness that comes out of Eric Butterworth, who was a long-time Unity minister and author, and in some of his recorded talks that have been translated, he shares a story about his mom. As it turns out, his mother ended up raising Eric and his siblings by herself. I don't know the details of that, but you can imagine, many, many years ago now, because he passed on probably, I met him in the 80s. My husband Matthew and I, when we were graduating, he came to Unity Village to dedicate the new Silent Unity building. And that was probably the first time I heard him share in person. So he had been on the planet, I don't know, 80 years by then. I'm not sure how long. He'd been around for a while. But his mom had to raise him during very difficult times as a single parent. And she was able to move them to the better side of town, the better side of the tracks. You know what I mean by that? She was in a boat, a house where there were other houses that were they were looking pretty good. And she ended up finding herself doing the mowing and everything else to keep up with the Joneses. Maybe that wasn't her attitude. I'm just giving you a little kind of picture of what was going on there. She was doing her part. She was keeping that house in good order. She was working with jobs, and she was making sure that her children were fed. And it came time for Thanksgiving, and Eric remembered that she had got up that morning and she had set the table. She had set it with her best. And then she had gone right outside to do the raking of the leaves and all those things because she could. It was a day off. But it was not a day off for her. She had work to do as the person taking care of this house. And Eric often wondered later what she thought was going to be on that table for them to eat that day, because there wasn't a turkey happening. But she set that table. And when it came time and she came in, to his astonishment, there was a knock on the door. And it was neighbors, one of those nicer houses. And they had come to the door with their hands with food. Beautiful hors d'oeuvres, and, all the trimmings. And they said, we noticed that you've been out working in the yard all day, and we imagined that you probably didn't have time to cook as you were taking care of your family. And we have so much, and we want to share with you. Now let's explore this a little bit. Because what was the consciousness of his mother? We can only imagine, can't we? Just as he did years later. He went on to write some of our most profound works, Discover the Power Within You. One of the life-changing books on my path, on many others' path. Spiritual Economics was a profound, it's probably out there. Is it out there in the bookstore, Linda? Yeah, it's right out there. You can check it out today. Eric came to understand what we want to understand, and there is a consciousness where we are of one mind. We are of one mind, just as that child in the womb is receiving with full appreciation by living and living fully. That mother got out her best. And it wouldn't have mattered if they had crackers and sardines. How many of you have that? It wouldn't have mattered what they actually put in their mouth that day, because the consciousness was set. And that's what I'm encouraging us to do right now on our planet and during this week and going into Thanksgiving. Of course we're going to say thank you, but we want to be in a consciousness that is set to be the grateful receiver, because we are already one. And all that we require truly is readily provided. And I say this in the context of everything that is going on in our world right now. We have the ideas, the desire, the capacity, the potential, and the divine appointment to be right here, right in our own homes, to know our family, to reach to each other. Invite the sun in. If you are by yourself on Thanksgiving, bring your family in. Recognize the family of creation that is ours. And let us affirm together in this way as we go forward. Remember the affirmation? Now we are of one mind. One. Let's affirm it again. Now we are of one mind, and God will not fail. Thank you, everyone. So friends, we're going to surround and enfold what we have received. And that's the great goodness that flows through our lives. And that includes our finances. We're sitting in a unity ministry, the first one I ever attended, which I got to be there, Unity Church of Portland, Unity, Portland, Oregon. I was there for their 100th anniversary as a guest speaker just this last October 10th. And I could remember sitting there. A love offering basket was going to be come to me soon. And I reached in, and I knew that I was going to put in my magic penny. Because at that time, I still had that magical thinking going on. The God of luck somehow was, like it's all going to work out. But when I put that magic penny in that day, I put in that old kind of thinking. That I was going to make something happen, or I was going to think right, I was going to do it right. Instead, I was going to practice receiving and knowing that I could be that channel for unlimited good. So will you surround and enfold the gifts that you share today? And will you do this in our consciousness of one mind? And I believe we have a love offering blessing that we share together here. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give joyfully and easily, for the universe is my source, and abundance is my nature.
I have some wonderful news to share with everyone about abundance flowing through our ministry. Last week, I nearly had a heart attack. We received an extremely generous and unexpected donation from a faithful member of our congregation who wishes to remain anonymous. We are profoundly grateful for this remarkable act of generosity, which speaks volumes about the spirit of love and giving within our Unity family. This gift helps ensure the continued vitality of our spiritual home and gets us that much closer to paying off our mortgage, currently just under $75,000. In keeping with our commitment to the principle of tithing, and unfortunately, I miscalculated. I thought Reverend Kelly was going to be here today, but I believe she'll be here next week, so I will forward this. We're keeping our commitment to the principle of tithing. We are delighted to present a check to Reverend Kelly Cooper's Divine Life Ministry to directly support her ongoing and invaluable support of the homeless community. So I will be giving her, I believe it's $1,100, you can check the board there, $1,100 for her ministry, which everyone here that is familiar with Reverend Kelly knows how much good she does in the area. Please join me in holding this generous donor and everyone who gives our spiritual community in the light of heartfelt gratitude and thanksgiving, knowing that every gift, large and small, is blessed and multiplied. And let us celebrate Reverend Kelly and her ministry as we support her tireless work in serving those that are in need. Thank you very much, everyone.
Never have sunlight on your face. Good morning, everyone. As you know, or most of you do, that I had a really bad house fire in July. This is just a quick update. My home is completely gutted inside, only the framing's left. My claims adjuster hasn't really decided whether to tear it down to the foundation or to try to fix the damaged areas. My contractor wants to do that. But when it's done, the home will be like totally new, all electrical plumbing, heating system, windows, roof, everything. I lived in a hotel for 7 weeks, and for 2 months, I've been in a rental home, which was out there in the hotel. It could take a year to rebuild the house. So I have so much to be thankful for, being alive, being normal, and my son. I'm thankful my sister, my daughter, and their family all came together to rescue me. They brought me food, clothing, got me into a hotel. So to you, Unity, I just want to say, thank you, Unity. Thank you, my Unity family. Thank you, Unity. I just want to thank you, Unity. The fire destroyed my home, and it stole my precious baby's life. But it didn't destroy me, 'cause I just knew that this, yes, this too shall pass. Your kind words, thoughts, prayers, and generosity overwhelmed me emotionally, lifted me up when I was down, turned my frowns upside down. So I just want to thank you, Unity. You made me smile when my heart was aching. Smile even though it was breaking. Yes, there were clouds in my sky. I got by. You helped me smile through my fears and sorrows. Smile knowing tomorrow maybe the sun will come shining through. For me, I thank you, Unity. You lit up my face with gladness. Help me hide most of my sadness. Although a tear, it was ever so near. Your support and love amaze me, and you've inspired me to tweak these songs for you of my appreciation and gratitude. So thank you, Unity. Thank you, my Unity family. Thank you, Unity. I just needed to thank you, Unity.